Elevate Foundation asked the Riel School Division for gently used clothes to donate to these communities. On November 7th, more than 30 people helped out sorting clothes at the Monterey Board office for the Elevate Foundation. There were many clothes that were donated to help out these communities, from jackets to sweaters, warm hats and nice mitts. There were more than 30 bags that were filled with all the clothes that will be sent to 3 Indigenous communities, so those living in the communities won't be cold this upcoming winter. Chris Sigurdsson, chairman of the Elevate Foundation, said they will keep helping for many years to come.
Well, we have the clothes we have now. We're going to be having it again next year, so we'll give a bit more advance notice so people can donate the clothes. We've got them from all of our schools, and the people in the schools have gathered them up and then brought them to this particular place for distribution. We also accept, and we're happy to get financial contributions to the Elevate Foundation, and you can get a link available on the LRSD website for that.
On Thursday, November 7th, Remembrance Day Service was held at the Riel Arctic Technology Center. All staff members and students gathered to ATC's gym to remember the veterans who lost their lives for Canada. The school organizes the Memorial Day every year and invites any government official to give messages of peace to the community. At this Remembrance Day service, one of the official veterans of Canadian military came to ATC to share his personal experience and his story as part of the Canadian military. ATC teacher Jeff Jowett took a minute of silence in remembrance of those veterans and thanked those who sacrificed their lives and gave freedom to Canadians. He also thanked and gave tribute to James Jim Hayward Arnold, who graduated from ATC and later joined the Canadian military. While overseas, he died in the line of service. After, Jowett talked about the importance of Remembrance Day.
The main focus of Remembrance Day to me is to think about the sacrifices that other people selflessly made on my behalf. I won't know any of these people that participated in previous wars, but my country is free and I have choices because of their service and their sacrifice. And I think taking some time to remember that is extremely important as a community, because as time rolls forward, we tend to forget.
Students at Collège Bellevaux had a fun lunch this past Wednesday. There was the Delicious and Supreme Poetry Tournament, where students read poems and competed against each other. Poetry Tournament finalists in grade 10 competed for the championship title of the Poetry Tournament. The tournament took place on Wednesday, November 13th in the cafeteria. Participating students selected from a list of poems to read out loud in front of everyone. Those not participating were able to enjoy their lunch and cheer on their friends, as well as vote for the winner of this year's tournament. Teacher and organizer of the event, Ian Waters, explains more about the poems chosen.
For this first time ever trying this out, I wanted to choose some popular poems that already exist, written by poets themselves, just as an easy point of access for the students. A big idea might be to now do the same tournament with poems that the students have written. We'll see what time in the semester allows for. And going forward, certainly I'd like to add more of the students' work.
On November 8th, the Dakota Lancers took on the Vincent Massey Trojans in the Winnipeg High School Football League Division I semifinals. The Trojans ended up winning the game by a score of 14-9. Reporter David Sanchez has more.
The Dakota Lancers took on the Vincent Massey Trojans on Saturday, but failed to pick up a win. Things didn't start out well for the Lancers, with a botched punt return that was recovered in the end zone by Vincent Massey slotback Jaden Zimmers for the first touchdown in the game, making the score 7-0 for the Trojans. Zimmer says that he feels confident about going to the finals.
I feel really confident. We came out 14-9 tonight. It was a tough game. Came on top though, and I feel real confident.
The Lancers will eventually score a touchdown of their own after rushing it in at the first-yard line, making the score 9-7 Trojans. Unfortunately, for the Lancers, that plus a safety will be the only points that they'd put on the board, as the Trojans will come out victorious with a final score of 14-9. Coach Mitchell Harrison mentioned what went wrong in the game.
Well, ultimately, we can't take penalties, right? We can't take penalties that are going to hurt us, and we can't turn the ball over as often as we did. Outside of that, can't really complain. Defense played well. They didn't score any offensive touchdowns, so you can't ask for much more from the defense. So I think ultimately we need to execute more, not take penalties, not turn the ball over, and we'll do better off.
Harrison also talks about what the team is going to work on for the next season.
Well, we're pretty young. We got a great JV team to feed into our varsity team, so we're going to get a lot of young, talented, aggressive football players that are going to help us have success for the long term. So I'm really excited. It's my first year here, so ready to build off of that and keep going.
After a long, hard-fought game, the Vincent Massey Trojans are going to the Division 1 finals against St. Paul's Crusaders, with the Trojans are hoping to win back-to-back championship. From the Investors Group Field, for The Connection, I'm David Sanchez.
Two LRSD hockey teams clashed on Tuesday, November 12th. The J.H. Bruns Broncos and the College Jean Sauvé Olympians hit the ice in a hard-fought regular season match. Heading to the game, both teams had one regulation win in the Platinum Promotions division of the Winnipeg High School Hockey League. Both the Broncos and the Olympians were looking to turn the losing records in the right direction. Early on the first period, CJS opened the scoring with two quick goals to take the lead. It would remain 2-0 for the Olympians for the rest of the first period. The second period saw a lot of back and forth action, but also saw only one goal, and it came from the Broncos. The second period ended with CGS in the lead 2-1. In the third period, the Broncos tried to come back and tie the game, but could not solve Olympians goaltender Luka Mikulenko as he shut the door. The Broncos single would not be enough, as the Olympians would seal the game with an empty net goal late in the third, winning the game with a score of 3-1 in the final. CGS Olympian head coach Damien Lemon explains what his team needs to do moving forward.
I think we just got to keep playing our game, stay a little bit more disciplined, stay out of the box, keep our speed going. We're a team that likes to skate fast, and I think when we're moving our feet, that's when we get the most best results for us.
That's it for today's show of The Connection.
Our next show will be on November 21st.
You can watch our previous and latest shows on our YouTube channel at LRSD TV.
You can also send us news stories by emailing us at lrsdnews@lrsd.net.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
We will also be live streaming this Friday for the SCAC Volleyball Championships, as well as Saturday for the Winnipeg High School Football League Playoff Finals.
This has been it for The Connection.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great day.